I wish that we'd get back to the be-all-you-can-be Army that we were, and not try and go ahead and start driving political agenda. Allow our military to serve our government, our country, not an agenda. With that, I yield back.
Rep. Ryan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to remind the group that is actually the motto of the Army, number one. Correct. So, mission accomplished. For each of our esteemed leaders, could you each tell us how many years you've led as military officers in your respective service?
Sir, I've been in service for over 33 years.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, in the coming weeks, I'll conclude 44 years in uniform, 4 years as a midshipman, and 40 years as a commissioned naval officer.
Thank you, sir.
And sir, I've been active duty officer for 37.5 years, not counting my 4 years as a cadet at the Air Force Academy.
Thank you, sir. And rough estimate, how many of your various soldier, sailors, airmen, roughly do you think you've led and commanded over those years? Just a rough estimate. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Tens of thousands, sir.
Likewise, tens of thousands.
Same, sir.
Thank you. And I ask that question so that the American people and my colleagues understand, who've all left, understand and respect the combined wisdom, military leadership, and your commitment and service to the country. And of course, the proper roles of this democratic, small d democratic back and forth is important, but I think it's important that we recognize the system we've put in place to appoint superintendents and leaders with tremendous leadership experience and dedication and commitment, and that all of that has come into informing the processes and systems and the thoughtfulness that has gone into it, and I just wanted to emphasize that. And most importantly, Admiral Buck, 44 years, congratulations and particular recognition for that tremendous amount of service. Second question, I've heard a really concerning theme and trajectory to some of these conversations where there's some risk of deciding that there are certain qualifications or qualities which you've outlined in your recruitment and admissions goals, that because a few people don't like them, we may get rid of them. So this may seem a little bit on the nose, but how would you feel if we were to decide, for example, that only certain states could admit applicants to your academies? What impact would that have on the readiness of our force in your academy to fight the future wars?
Sir, again, our force is made up of the entire nation. Our people come from all over the world, and the academies as a commissioning source are just one source of officers that go into the operational force. And as such, the diverse nature of the force as it is by coming from across the United States and around the world, we've got to be aware of it, we recognize it, and we've got to be able to lead it. And that's critical when we think about our professional competencies.
Sir, we would lose the geographic diversity that would limit us to, and from that geographic diversity, it's the lived experience. And in many places, some people live urban, some people live rural. We value the lived experience of every one of our applicants. So it would be limiting and not as healthy as we would like to have.
Thank you.
And sir, we'd also miss out on a lot of talent because talent is spread across our country, every community, every demographic, and we have to put our tentacles everywhere that we can to pull the absolute best that America has to offer into our academies and to eventually serve in our armed forces.
So on that point, do you all agree generally, and I know the slide that was put up was from a few years ago, but I want to just give you the chance to address the idea that having goals for various broad sets of diversity, athletes, scholars, leaders, geographic and otherwise, is important to ensuring we get that full breadth of the nation of all that it has to offer.
Yes, sir, I agree.
I agree with Lieutenant General Clark's previous answer is we have a goal of applicants. And as I have suggested before in some of my other answers, the more applicants, the better selectivity that we'll enjoy from all around the country.
I agree, sir.
Thank you. And in the last 8 seconds, just want to again thank you all for being here and for your tremendous leadership for our country. Yield back.
Thank you. I want to thank all of the members for participating today. I want to enter the entire 2017 annual report